Hello everyone, my name is DIXIT and this is my channel Pentest Diaries. So today I'll provide you one of the walkthrough of retire machine which is going to be getting retired. The name of the machine is Ambassador, and in this machine there are two scripts which I've used it, which is already available on GitHub, and along with that there is no different type of technique is it. It just specified like on a port itself. It's a clue which values utilize it, dumping our database and just try to retrieve the password, utilizing that and just get the user flag first, then going for the privilege escalation. Enumeration is not work much over here, but observation is one of the thing which is a key role, like which you have to utilize just to get identify the foot point and by which you can go through it and go ahead further with that and get the privilege escalation of it. So I think these are the steps which I just want to just make you understand about it. Now we'll just have to go to the system now just to get it understand how to get it solve this machine and get the final root flag out of it. So in this machine we have to start with the nmap, and the IP address of this machine is 10.10.11.183. So we'll just simply have to put that IP address 1.183. We'll just wait for the output. So as we can get the output now, I'll show you that what are the ports we can able to identify. It's port 22, port 80, 3000 is one of the port which we have identified, and I think it's 3306. These are the four ports is available on a target machine. Now what's the next step for it? So as its port 80 is enabled over there, we simply have to go to the browser and try to access this. So it's http as it's port 80, try 10.10.10.183 to solve. So now we can able to see like it looks like a static page. Okay, so what's the next step for it? Now as I can able to see like 3000 is one of the port which we identify in the nmap result. So I'll try with 3000 port also. Let's see. Okay, so let me remove the proxy. Okay, no proxy. Let me try to access this now. So I can see that it's Grafana. So this is one like Grafana is one of the things. So now I'll try to search it on search exploit and I'll see like what exactly we can get out of this software. So let me run the command search exploit, and I'll just have to identify like is there any known exploit is available in the market belongs to Grafana. Once we run with that, I'll just see two output. One is for the denial of services, another one is for the directory traversal and arbitrary file read. Okay, so this one. So we'll just take this as a target for it to get it download the file on our system. So I'll show you that what that file is. So let me go to the browser once again. I'll just open this for you. So I'm talking about this file. Okay, this file I'm talking about. So the file is already available. I have already downloaded on my machine. So now I'll just straightforward going to the next step for it. So I'll copy this and run this. So this is the one. So you simply have to use the file which you have already downloaded. -h is the host. -h is the tag we are using as a host one, and I'll put the host with the port number 3000 and let me run this. So I can able to read the file by this way. Okay, so initially if you want I'll try to read something like I can able to read this. Okay, so this is one of the thing, but as I've seen it multiple things related to the Grafana, I'll just identify there is a config file stored under it. So I'll try to read the content of that config file. So this is the path we have to use it, and let me try to pull out the content. Okay, so we can able to see a lot of content over here itself, but we are looking for credentials. So let me search out that section where exactly we can get that password. It's a long file. I think the content is bit too much content we have it inside of this file. That's why it's taking a lot of time to search for that which we are looking for it. I think let me pause the video and search where exactly we can see that. So now over here you can see I can able to see the password for it, and this password is for the admin. Okay, so we can use this password straightforward, not a big deal. Okay, so let me go to the portal once again. I'll put it this as admin, and password I'll put it this. I can go inside of it, but as at the time of the testing itself, I have know it very well, like nothing we can find inside of it. So nothing is a valuable thing which we can use it to proceed further in this. So what we have to do, the next step which I can suggest you, we simply have to go to the next terminal, and what we have to do, we simply have to run curl command just to fetch out the database, SQLite database for it, dump the database. Okay, so let me run this command. This we are using it for the target machine just to pull out this grafana.db in this format. Okay, let me run this. Once we run with that, we'll just try to get it download. It's already downloaded now. Now what we have to use, we have to use the SQLite browser and the file which we have already downloaded. So let me run that. Okay, so over here you can see a lot of things over here, but our concern is only to a data source. We'll try to see data source, and I can able to see the password. I can see the password over here. Okay, so this is the password. So get it copy over here on your machine, and now what we have to do, this is a SQL password. Okay, so let me go to the another terminal and next tab, and I'll simply have to fire this command with a credential which we have it. Okay, for the username. So you can see that the username I have mentioned over here, the password I'm getting it, the host name and the port number which we already know, 3306 through the nmap. Okay, let me run this. We just have to wait for some time to get it done. So as it's already done, now what we have to do, we just have to identify what are the databases present over here. So we'll simply have to run this command just to identify the databases. We can able to see there are 6 databases. So which we have to use is use vacuum widget. Okay, so this one I am using it over here. Perfect. Now I'll just simply have to type show tables and run this. I can able to see it's users. So I'll try select star from users as a table, and let me pull out the content of it. So I can able to get the credential, username, and this is a password. Okay, so I'm not using this password straightforward as it's in base 64. So I'll simply have to decode that first using this command. Let me run this command to decode it. Okay, it's not working, it's -d, that's the reason. So when we run that, we can able to get the password. Okay, now what we have to do, I simply have to SSH using a developer as a user for a target machine, and the same password which we get it out of the decoding one, we have to use that password straightforward. Okay, let me copy this. I'll wait for the pop-up and I'll put this password, and I'm inside of the developer. Okay, as I'm inside of the developer, I'll simply have to go to the home section, then developer section, and what we have to do, we simply have to see users.txt. so this is the flag, which is the initial flag. We are getting it over here. Now what's the next step? So now for the privilege escalation, I have run linpiece over here itself just to identify like any vulnerability which we can exploit to make it as a privilege, but that's not working for us. So I'm not running it over here. I know it very well. It's not getting much stuff. So at the time of the identifying multiple directories and everything like that, I just identify like there is one of the folder opt1, and by that way I just have identified that if I'll just go inside of the my app section, so there is a git logs is present over there itself, which is already having some logs itself over there. So I'll just run this command git logs just to know what exactly the type of git activity is done yet. Okay, so these are the 4 over here we can able to see. After running the git logs command, I saw there are various git commit, and I have decided just to inspect one of the things, what are the changes done over there, just to inspect that. To inspect that, we simply have to fire this command, and with that version also over here. Okay, let me run that. So I can able to see a lot of things over here, but the main thing which I'm looking for it is a console. Okay, console. So I'll just use that. I'll try to search it on net. Is there any exploit is available on the market? And yes, I can able to get that. So this is the exploit. I'm getting it over here for this console. Let me go to the browser, open this for you. Okay. So this is a known exploit is available in the market. I'll try to use the same file over here. Okay, so this is the known exploit. So I have already copied on my base machine, so I'm not doing that again and again. What I'll do, I'll just run nc-nlvp, it's quad 4, and leave it. Now what I have to do, I have to run Python server on my base machine. So that I'll do it. Server, and it's 8000. Oh sorry, it's Python 2, not it's Python 3. I think it's running now. What I have to do, I'll simply have to go to this section and I'll go to the temp folder over here. Okay, so I'll go to the temp folder, and now what I have to do, I'll simply have to try to pull that file exploit.py from my base machine to the target machine in the temp folder. I think it's connection failed. What exactly the problem is it? Is it something else? Is the username? I think the IP address is changed, or what exactly is it? Let me check. Oh sorry, so I have config. Oh, 14.7. So that is multiple few times this will happen. So I'll just make it, instead of 6, I'll make it 7, and I'll try to get it download. The file is not present. Okay, so what we have to do, instead of running that directly, I'll just try to go to that folder first. I'll forget to go to that folder first. Okay, so I'll do that first. Let me go to hashroot, and now I'll run that. Okay, it's already in use. We have to kill that port. So this problem is solved now, and now all set. Let me run this command once again, and this time it will work for me. Yes, it's working. We can see the hit also, and this will still be learning. Okay, listening, sorry. Now what I have to do, I'll simply have to run this command. So this file I have to run it. with this command. Okay, so I'll explain you the command also. So this exploit.py file which we already downloaded, remote, it's a host IP address which I just mentioned over here. This one is a local and this is a port number which you can mention, and the host IP address I can able to see, it's over here, it's 14.7. okay, let me make it this 14.7. the port number is quad 4 and this is the token value which we have already identified. Okay, so now let me run this. I can able to see the control and I can able to see the root flag. I can go to the root folder and now I can able to read the root.txt and I can able to see the content. Okay, so this is all about the stuff. Now let me give you the summary once again of the whole machine. So we'll start with the nmap. We just have to identify like what are the ports is over there. Port 80, port 22 and port 3000, 3306 are the port is over there itself. So we'll start with that, and initially I tried to get it access with port 80 and I'm not getting any success on it. On the top of that I'll try with 3000 port, and then I'll just see like there is one of the software Grafana. Then I'll try to search it on search exploit, and I'll just have identify like there is a ready-made script is available on internet which for the directory traversal for it. So I'll try to use that, and by that way I'm just able to read the config of it. By the config I'm just getting that password of the admin. I'll try to get it login with the admin, but I'm not seeing anything inside of it much, just to go ahead further with that. Then I'll use the same setup for it. Using the curl I'll try to fetch out the database dump for it. So that's the command. I'll run it. By that, once I'm getting the dump of the database, then I'll try to use SQLite browser and use that content to read it. The username and the password, I'll utilize it for the MySQL just to go inside of it. With the user table, I'll just try to get it, fetch out the content, and I can get that finally a username and the password over there. I utilize that username and password, but the password is in encoded format. I try to decode it, and then I'll try to go for SSH directly. I'll go inside of the SSH session and I can able to read the user.txt flag. Now just for the privilege escalation I'll try to use a lin piece first, but I'm not getting any success on it on the top of it. So now what exactly I have to do, like as I have seen like at the time of seeing the multiple folders for it, I can able to see like there is a opt folder inside of it and there is a my app folder is also there. There are multiple git commits over there itself. We'll try to see 4 commits is over there itself. So we'll just try with one section for it, and once we try with that we'll just see some console. So we'll just try to search on internet for it for the console, and I can able to see the exploit available on internet. I'll try to pull that file, and that file I'll paste it on my local machine. Then I'll try to get it copy on a target machine, run it, make it a listener over there on one of the port for it, and we'll just run it on our with the developer rights. We'll try to run that script and we get the root access for it. We get the reverse shell out of it. We'll get that shell and we'll try to go inside of the root folder and get the root.txt flag. This is all about the machine. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel. If you like to provide your comment, you can provide the comment in the comment section of this video. If you like to connect me, you can connect me on LinkedIn. The LinkedIn profile link I'll provide in the description section of this video. And at any point of time, if you feel like some different type of technique you just want to get it explored in this video also, so that thing, just share the links with me so that I'll just go through it and make that video for you. So thank you so much once again. Take care. Bye bye.